Hey everybody, it's your favorite gentleman, Marcus Norman of Gentleman Style Podcast Show. And today you all are in for a treat. We have a rock star CEO, founder, coach, mentor, philosopher. He's gone under many titles. This man is a true powerhouse coach and speaker who's traveled all over the world and specializes in your business, our business, my business. So you won't want to miss 1 second of this powerhouse speaker coming to the Gentleman Style Podcast stage. Stay tuned, stay with us. Here we go. Hey everybody, it's your boy Marcus Norman, your favorite gentleman. I have today Mr. Aaron Walker. He's the founder for more than a dozen companies over the past 41 years. He attributes much of his success to having surrounded himself with his mastermind counterparts. Mr. Aaron spent a decade meeting weekly with top guests like Dave Ramsey, Dan Miller, Ken Abraham, and 5 other amazing entrepreneurs. He's the founder of Iron Sharpens Iron Mastermind Group and now hosts 20 groups with national and international members. Mr. Aaron is the author of View from the Top, a must-read to fully understand how to live a life of success and abundance and significance. He is the creator of the Mastermind Playbook as well. He is doing everything. He masters men, he mentors and masterminds women and masterminds men. And Mr. Aaron does it all from Nashville, Tennessee with his wife, Robin, of 40 years. He has 2 incredible daughters of 5 and 5 beautiful grandchildren. Help me welcome to the stage, the incredible, the amazing, Mr. Aaron Walker. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the Gentleman Style Podcast stage.
Marcus, I don't know if I can measure up to that introduction, buddy, but we're going to give it a go. Man, so good to be here with you today. Thank you for having me as your guest.
It is my absolute honor to host you, sir. So he is sharp, y'all. This man is sharp, and he is a true professional. Mr. Aaron, sir, you have an incredible mind. I want to dive in real quick. You have an incredible mind, and you could literally do anything. You've done, dare I say, all of it. But why business? Why mentoring and mastermind groups? What's the significance? Is there a story behind the significance of why you chose your mastermind mentorship groups?
Yeah, you know what's funny, Marcus, and I tell this sometimes, I didn't want to do it, just to be honest with you. I have, this is our 14th business, and about 10 years ago, maybe 11 years ago, I retired for the 3rd and final time. I said, I'm done, I'm finished. You know, I started my first company when I was 18. We sold out to a Fortune 500 when I was 27. And I was like, dude, I went from broker than a convict to being able to retire, you know, and that was pretty cool. And then all of a sudden I found myself in a very bad spot. I was getting into bed in the middle of the day and I gained 50 pounds. And some of my buddies came around me and said, man, this is really not like you. My wife woke me up from a nap one day and she said, this is not what I signed up for. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? She says, start another company, go to work for somebody. I don't care what you do, but you got to get out of the bed. So I went back, bought the company that I started with when I was 13 years old, and we took it to new heights. We quadrupled that business in a 9-year period. And then my life really took a turn. I was 40 years old. I was headed to the office, and I ran over and killed a pedestrian on my way to the office. And man, you talking about a hard stop. It was like in my tracks. I won't work you through all that, but I retired for the second time after that. I couldn't handle the stress. I took 5 years off and I didn't do anything. We traveled extensively. I built a new house. And then my wife said, you're getting fat and lazy again. It's time to go back to work. And so we went in the construction business. We built high-end residence and small commercial. And then when I turned 50 years old, I decided I was going to retire. So I went to my mastermind group. You mentioned it in the introduction. Dave Ramsey and I have been best friends for about 30 years. And Dave invited me to be in his mastermind group because I was the second sponsor to his show when he started the radio program. So I spent 21 years sponsoring his show. And through that, we became very good friends. And then when I retired, I went in and I said, "Hey, I'm done." And he said, "What do you mean you're done?" I said, "Like, I'm done. I'm going to move down to the Caribbean, buy one of those little tiki huts on the beach, and I'm going to rock myself into an oblivion." And Dan Miller is in the group as well. Dan Miller leaned over and he pointed that little short, stubby finger at me. And he said, "That's the most selfish thing I've ever heard you say." And I'm
Ooh.
like, "What are you talking about, man? I've been working since I was 8 years old. I'm 50 now. I'm tired." And he said, "Aaron, you and Robin have been married over 30 years at that time." He said, "You've owned over a dozen companies. You need to teach and train other people to do that." So I'll fast forward and tell you that Robin and I are Christian by faith, and we prayed about it and felt God's leadership in it. And we started coaching, and here we are today, with 18 mastermind groups. We have members from 7 different countries around the world, and I help ordinary people become extraordinary in all they do, Marcus.
I forgot to mention, y'all, a heart of pure gold. And you're right, guys. He does not look 50. You wear it well, sir. You take care of yourself. You look,
I'll be 62. I'm 61 on my next birthday. So, yeah, you're just making me feel good, man. Thank you.
you wear it well. Absolutely. I hope to look half as good as you when I get that point.
You're awesome.
Absolutely. Sir, so one of the things that's unique, you teach and you coach life and business coaching. Why is that significant? Why is
Yeah.
life correlate to business? Shouldn't those two things be separate?
No, not at all. They're inseparable, quite honestly. Most people try to separate those two things, but being an entrepreneur now for almost 43 years, I have found that they are inseparable. And what we try to do each and every day is to align people with their core values, help them understand their mission statement. And we really try to focus on how you can incorporate the things together, not separate them. And so, yeah, I think you get yourself in trouble when you start trying to separate those things, Marcus. And so for me, they're all one.
Was there entrepreneurs in your family? Is that where the
Yeah.
fire came? Because you've been going since you were 8 years old. What
Yeah.
sparked the fire, the match in you?
Yeah. I didn't know what I wanted, but I knew what I didn't want. And I didn't want to work as hard as my dad had to work physically his entire life. My dad was a general contractor, and quite honestly, he didn't care anything about making money. He wanted to hunt and fish. He loved his family, but money wasn't important to him. But we're 3 generations deep in the entrepreneurial space. My dad worked for himself, and I started watching how physically hard he was working. And I said, I want to make money and I want to do good and I want to work for myself. I just don't want to physically work that hard. And so I said, there's got to be a better way. And so I went into business, and we provided products for sale, and that transposed into helping ordinary people become extraordinary in all they do, related to personal, professional, and spiritual development. And so that's what I've gotten myself into.
Sir, thank you for that. I needed to hear that. What is one thing you coach to this, you mentor to this? If you could give one nugget, what's one thing that you consistently share with every business owner, every person that you coach and mentor? What's one thing that has led to your success that you consistently do every single time?
Well, I think it's the word you just used is consistency. And we're very consistent. We get a plan. We follow Brian Moran's 12-week year. And so we follow the task each and every day. And if you follow the task and complete those, the goal will take care of itself. And so just strategically, we really align ourselves in what we want. We first have to discover that. We have to have unbiased, trusted advisors around us to hold us accountable, because most people procrastinate. And so we really try to figure out exactly what it is we want, get the people around us and hold us accountable, and execute consistently every single day. Whether we feel like it or not, we've got to do the task each and every day. And that's been one of the catalysts for our successes in all of our businesses is having a very clear path to where we want to go, surrounding ourselves with competent, capable accountability partners. We call it our board of directors, trusted advisors, mastermind members, whatever you want to call it. And then we execute each and every day.
Thank you, Brandon. I enjoy the hat as well. Sir, we have a question. I want to acknowledge this first. This is from our VIP sponsor of the show, Miss Erica Holmes. Thank you for your sponsorship and your donation to the show. These donations help us grow the channel and find powerful and unique guests like Mr. Walker and bring him to the stage. So thank you for your support. We truly, truly appreciate you. She has a question from you, sir. How important is it for an entrepreneur to have a coach?
Yeah, I think it's pretty important. I don't think we ever get to a place to where we can go it alone. Isolation is the enemy to excellence. And if you really want to go far, you've got to go with a tribe. You can go fast alone, but you can't sustain it. And so Darren Hardy said years ago that he spends 10% of his net income on personal and professional development. And I actually spend that or more. And we always need coaches. We need people to take us there faster. It'll do it a lot faster than courses or books. People will get us there faster. So yeah, I highly recommend coaches.
Great question, Miss Erica Holmes. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You guys stay tuned, stay with us, stay engaged. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for a reliable professional trucking and logistics service, you've come to the right place. Musa Trucking is a veteran-owned and operated premier transportation provider that can help with all of your trucking and logistics needs. Musa is revolutionizing the trucking industry through strategic partnerships, the development of core personnel, and the use of cutting-edge technology. Our inventory system ensures that cargo ends up divided into the right trucks and reaching the correct destination. Our drivers are dedicated to transporting goods efficiently and safely. Contact us today to get started by visiting the website on the screen or by calling 757-756-5246.
We are back to the Gentleman Style Podcast show. We have the incredible Mr. Aaron Walker here on the Gentleman Style Podcast stage. If you missed it, he just spilled some very profound tea that he teaches in his Mastermind Mentorship course, where he gives back and shares and educates entrepreneurs and helps them find the balance between life and business. And even in his family, he's been in the industry, in several industries, since the age of 8 years old. If you missed that, go back, scroll back, and check him out. These are nuggets that you're not going to get anywhere except here on the Gentleman Style Podcast show. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Mr. Aaron, so you said that your family, your father, I believe you said, wasn't very focused on money. So how do I make a 6-figure income from home without sacrificing the family dynamic, without focusing on the money? Because the money is how I support my family. It's how I support our livelihood. Can you share on that topic and what you typically share with businesses?
Yeah, Marcus, I think money is really important. I hate it when people with money go, money's not important. I want to go, you're a liar. I mean, it's very important, but just don't make it your God. Don't make it your single focus. And we can do that at home and have a real work-life balance without a question. For me personally, I don't call it work-life balance. I say we've got to prioritize our priorities, and we got to put the big rocks in first. And so for me, that's faith, and that's family, and then that's fitness, and then we can make a living. We need to make a living. We've got to provide for our families. We've got to pay the mortgage. You've got to buy groceries. You got to send the kids to school. You've got to do those things. So making money is an integral part of a successful life. And so you can do that at home, but we need people around us to hold us accountable. And that's the reason that I do mastermind groups. That's the reason that we meet virtually every single week, 10 people in a group, and we really focus on the high priorities for our life. We really focus on the things that are important. We have other people help us create a strategy. We call it Come As You Will Be. And what that means is that we're focused 3 years out at all times, and then we work on the task every single week. We have an accountability sheet that holds you accountable to the things that you say you're going to do. And then if one of them is, hey, I've got to have that balance. And so we hold you accountable for maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You turn it off, you go in the house, you're finished. And we just walk alongside you once we determine what it is that you want. We establish that first, and then we build the infrastructure to help you get there.
In your coaching and mentoring, do you advise other businesses to start their own coaching and their own mastermind groups? Why or why not? What's the pros and cons?
I would definitely say that it's a good thing to be a coach at some specified period of time. I like to have coaches that have been there and done that, not just studied it or read it in a book. And so I really turn my attention to people that have a great amount of experience. And for me, experience is acquired over time. As far as a mastermind group goes, there's a lot of people watching me or listening to me today that have an audience, and they can't really participate in every single person that is in their tribe. And so we suggest strongly that you get involved in the mastermind playbook, where we teach people exactly the framework that we've been using successfully now for 8 years. As I said earlier, we have 18 mastermind groups. We're in 7 different countries around the world, and we're growing at a pretty rapid pace because we have established the framework. We know exactly what it is that people want and how they can achieve their goals. So if you've got a tribe, you've got people that are around you, you're tired of trading time for money. And I may offend some people with this, but I'm a coach, so I feel like I can say it. Coaching is not a business. Coaching is a high-paying job. When you have a mastermind group, now you can scale that to multiple groups. You can do revenue share with other facilitators. You can go on vacation. The groups continue to meet. And when you come back, you've still got as much, if not more money than when you left. If you're a coach and you have to stop those engagements, you lose that revenue. You can't make it up, and they don't continue without you. And so for me, mastermind groups are a scalable business that provides recurring revenue, that you are building an asset. And at some point, if you build the proper systems and processes, you've got a business that other people would want to invest into that can carry forward. If you're just a coach and you're trading your time for money, one day you're going to lock the door, you're going to walk out, and it's going to be finished, and there's no asset there to sell. And so, Marcus, I really started focusing on building something that was marketable to someone else at some point when I get ready to retire.
We have another question from Miss Erica Holmes, a VIP sponsor of the show. She asks, what advice would you give to startups who are struggling with their backs against the wall to get to the next level?
Yeah, well, you've got to determine first what the next level is. And I think that most people don't know what level they even want to go to, much less what the next level is. You need to get those trusted advisors around you, where you have kind of a board of directors that you can share your concerns, your trials, your tribulations, areas that you want to accomplish. You see, we all have superpowers, and we need people to complement those. But we also have what's called an Achilles heel, and we have blind spots, and we're too close to the label. For inside the bottle, we can't read the label. And other people that have different life experiences can tell us, this is your blind spot, Marcus. This is a place that you need to pay attention. And it can help you get to the next level. We have these upper limit challenges that Gay Hendricks writes about in The Big Leap. And he talks about other people coming alongside you, holding your arms up, pushing you through that upper limit challenge. You can borrow their courage when you don't have any courage, until you get to a position to where you've established a level of confidence. You see, because people buy confidence. They don't want to be around somebody that's kind of apologizing and they don't know, and they're looking down and they're downcast. They want to be around people that are positive, that are motivated, that have a sense of accomplishment, that have a sense of confidence, so they can take you to that next level. So Jim Rohn said, we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. So I suggest you get around people that can help take you to that next level.
Connection is all about connection and connecting with the right people, connecting with the right mentors and coaches and masterminds. Where can we get a copy of the book?
Yeah, go to viewfromthetop.com. You can find it there. You can find it in all of your local bookstores. You can also go online at any of those locations. Amazon carries it, and if you can't find it there, reach out to Aaron at viewfromthetop.com, and I'll be happy to give you a copy.
Absolutely. For those of you listening, that is Aaron with 2 A's, RON at viewfromthetop.com. And that website is www.viewfromthetop.com. We have one more quick commercial break. You guys don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Good day, podcast listeners. This is your boy, Marcus Norman of Gentleman Style Podcast Show. I wanted to let you guys know that we will be rolling out a new feature and adding a join sponsor button next to the subscriber button here at the bottom of your screen. Once you click the button, it will display 3 membership levels. Gentleman Gentry, which is our entry level, Duke Duchess, which is our season level, and the Emperor and Empress, which is our most sophisticated level, which you will receive unique perks and benefits at each differing level and gain access to our community tab. We will also be sharing polls, upcoming events, and interviews, as well as receive feedback from our sponsors directly. Your support helps me find new and exciting guests to bring to the stage live. Well, in order to get the higher end speakers, it requires, you guessed it, money. So thank you for tuning in to my channel. And if becoming a sponsor sounds good to you, then select the join button below and choose your desired sponsor level. Let's continue to grow and serve the future of generations of men and women to come. Love you guys. Bye. We are back to the Gentleman Style Podcast Show, and we have the incredible, the amazing, super fragilistic, expialidocious Mr. Aaron Walker, and he just shared his book, The View from the Top. This book is a sample of what you can expect. Well, Mr. Aaron, tell us what people can expect out of the book. I'm gonna let the expert be the expert on his book.
I appreciate that, Marcus. It's really kind of a memoir. It tells a little bit of my story. It's a very motivational story. I'm very raw and transparent in the book. I talk about the things that we've been able to do with minimal budget to start with and work your way up. Really teaching you how to offer customer service and take people to the level that they want to go. So, yeah, I think it's well worth your time to read.
Absolutely. That sounded way better coming from him than from me. So powerful. You teach this, you coach this. How, in these mastermind groups, how do you build a unique and consistent experience for your members so that they continue to be served and engaging so that that revenue stream doesn't falter, doesn't go away?
Yeah, what we try to do is cover the whole person. We really focus on about 60% professional, 30% personal, and about 10% spiritual. Because I came home years ago with a pocket full of money to a house full of strangers. And I didn't want that to happen to anyone else, Marcus, because I was so focused on making money, opening up new retail locations, buying a vacation home, a place on the beach, a big house here locally in Nashville, that I was failing to be the dad that God called me to be and the husband that God called me to be. And one day I came home and I said, hey, I've really got to reestablish my priorities. And so in the mastermind group, we really try to focus on that. We really try to go deep in your personal life as well as your professional life. And then we try to hold you accountable to the things that you want to accomplish. Along with that, we hold 2 live events here in Nashville, Tennessee. We do that for a 3.5-day mastermind experience. And we do that usually in April, usually in October. And then we walk alongside you and kind of reestablish your priorities and your goals. We'll bring in expert speakers, oftentimes like Mike McAllowitz and Brian Moran and Dan Miller and many, many others. Pete Vargas joined us on our last one, and it was just an amazing event. And oftentimes, though, a lot of the people that are in our masterminds, they'll be the guest speakers. We'll do workshops. We really dive deep into the areas that you need in order for you to be successful and significant. And we do that week after week, month after month, year after year, and you build this tribe. You're in a community with people that can help take you to the level you want to go.
Yes. Amen. Amen. And the church said amen. What should someone have beforehand when deciding on joining a mastermind group? What should someone have ready beforehand when deciding to join your mastermind group? Is there a prerequisite or qualifications that I should have ready to submit to you?
Yeah, it's a great question to ask. We really go from application to application. It's a process that we go through to really see if your core values and your mission statement aligns with ours. Our core values are, our first one is relationships matter most. Our second one is make it amazing. That doesn't mean everything we do is amazing, but it's as amazing as we know how currently to do it. The third one is everything is figure outable. Like we'll figure out a way in order for you to accomplish your goal. No excuses is the next one. I don't like excuses for anything, and we ask you to discard your excuses. Come into the group because we'll figure it out, make it amazing, no excuses. And then the final core value is truth before opinion. And for us, truth is found in God's word, the Bible. I'm Christian by faith. Then you can offer your opinion, but we establish truth first. Our mission statement is helping ordinary people become extraordinary in everything that they do. And if your core values align with that and our mission statement, you would be a perfect candidate to be involved in Iron Sharpens Iron.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Sir, this is unique. A lot of COVID-19 was a terrible, terrible year. It showed many businesses where they had weaknesses, and many of those businesses, I could probably bet money that they didn't have a mentor, they didn't have a coach to guide them through, right? And that's what you teach to, what you coach to, right? Because a coach, a mentor, a business coach, a life coach who's survived several pandemics or survived the dot-com crash and several crashes can help you navigate better through those crisis situations. And one of the things you talk to, what you teach to, is learn how to work smarter, not harder. How do you do that when COVID-19 is a factor in your business?
You know, when I thought about COVID-19, and we always need people around us to help us, but that was something that no one had been through, right? That was brand new. It wasn't like one of the other devastating times that we had been through. This was brand new. This was, global. This wasn't local. And I needed people around me to help answer questions hourly. A lot of people talk about getting together with a mastermind group monthly. And I'm like, are you kidding me, man? I've got to have answers today for today. And then tomorrow, it's a whole different level of questions. And that's, again, the reason that we were designed to be in community. We weren't designed to be in isolation. That more proves it to be true when we have a pandemic where no one has been through this yet, and we can each help each other. We can hold up each other's arms when you're tired. We can walk along the way. We can help you figure it out. We can give you courage, because a lot of people were losing businesses. They didn't know where to turn. There were a lot of governmental affairs that had to be negotiated, and we had to look through that. There were businesses that were having to be closed, and there was mask mandates and hospitals that were filling up, and people had family members that were getting sick. They didn't know where to take them. And you need an army of people around you when you're going through something like that. And what that does is it strengthens your war chest, right? It aligns other people with you. And then that camaraderie kicks in, locking arms, figuring it out. And then when you do come out of that, you're a lot stronger. So I would just simply suggest that wherever you're at, whoever you are, don't go it alone, but get people around you so they can help you figure out things similar to the pandemic.
Mr. Aaron, what do you have in store for us? What do you have coming up next?
Yeah, we've got the mastermind playbook that we've really been working on for the past 2.5, 3 years now, teaching other people to emulate what we've done with Iron Sharpens Iron. Now, globally, we have people that have gotten involved in the program, and I'm helping them that they're coaches or podcast hosts or they're thought leaders from around the world, or there's moms working at home that want to make a little extra money and they want to transform the lives of other people. Whatever the case may be for you, if you'll reach out to us at themastermindplaybook.com, we'll help you understand how you can start 2 mastermind groups, 3 hours a week, and have a 6-figure income. So I think it's something well worth looking into. There's a very nominal cost associated with getting you there, and I think it could be a game changer for you.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Make sure that gets down in the comments below, the mastermindplaybook.com. Sir, how can my audience connect with you? How can we learn more? The train has left the station, right? So how can we connect with you? And it's not too late to still get on board.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, reach out to viewfromthetop.com, and there's an application there to join the mastermind groups. We have mastermind groups for men or for women. We can really help take you to that next level. If you really want to get into a community to where you can exponentially grow beyond anything you've ever imagined, reach out to us, get involved in our mastermind group, and I promise you, it'll take you to heights you never thought possible.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Mr. Aaron, I want to say thank you, sir. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to be on the Gentleman Style Podcast show today and to give back in this way. This is a part of that community. And I thank you, sir. I want to say this to you publicly. Never give up. Never give up. Never, because we need you. We need what you're doing. We need we need a trailblazer, right? Someone who's paving the way, because this is, I'm going to say this has never been done before. So we need you to keep going. So never give up. Please.
Thank you, Marcus. I enjoy being with you today, buddy. Y'all have a good rest of the afternoon.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you, my audience, for tuning in to the Gentleman Style Podcast show. I hope this message has served you, and I hope this helps take your business to the next level. And if it hasn't, or you want to connect more information, that's viewfromthetop.com. Connect. And for whatever reason that you didn't get that, reach out to me, and I will get you in touch with the website and Mr. Aaron and his team. Thank you, guys. Love you guys. Like I always end every show, take care of your friends, take care of your family, and always, always take care of business. This is Marcus Norman of Gentleman Style Podcast Show, your favorite gentleman, and Mr. Aaron Walker from Iron Sharpens Iron.com. Love you guys. Bye.